So YouTube has this new feature now where you can go live with, two people, which means if somebody got something to say, now you can say it. Isn't that good? Yeah, so if you want to join me, go ahead. I'm anticipating the excitement. Anyway, I'm on YouTube now because I want to highlight my product, which is my coconut nutmeg oil, right? And I've had this product a while, right? Pre-COVID. I'm cooking some mackerel and green banana, so I have to watch the pot. So I came up with this product, right? Coconut nutmeg oil. It's branded. And as a nurse, I was able to figure out how to infuse the nutmeg into the coconut oil, right? But the thing with coconut oil is that it rests, right, at room temperature. It will get hard, right? Real coconut oil. It gets hard, which means you have to maintain a temperature for the coconut oil in order for it to be a liquid. So what I realize is that with that now, I have to blend the coconut oil with like castor oil, olive oil, things like that, in order to maintain a liquidy base, right? So with the um, nutmeg now, that's a secret. Well, I'm a Rasta for life. Now with the nutmeg, once I've what's wrong with this chair? Once I've added the nutmeg, now you have a whole complete different thing going on, right? Okay. Give me a minute. Let me look at my green banana. I'm cooking mackerel and green banana. Oh, well, something I have that, kind of a taste for it. And plus, it's raining in New York, Brooklyn, New York. Turn down, turn down the fire. And let me see if I can bring this a little bit. Yeah, make it more angled. So, you see my beautiful face. I don't want to get too much things in the back. Yeah. So, let me do up my zipper. Going out Sunday, I'm going to elegant affair. So I'm gonna go on YouTube when I'm ready. So you guys can see. Anywho, I'm on YouTube because I have to think of ways on how to promote my product. And because I have an online store on Etsy, ETSY, Etsy.com, because I have an online store, that kind of helps me to promote my product on YouTube. Because what I do home is I prepare the product, which is the coconut nutmeg oil. I prepare the product and I also package the product. I hope you're having a wonderful Sabbath day because I. So when you have an online business, right, it's a little better than you trying to sell things from your home because there's a lot of situations that can occur. Now on Etsy.com, ETSY.com, you're able to maintain a honest online business, which I love because I have to pay taxes and so forth. Because it's my online store. I'm a Rasta for life. So I can promote my product on YouTube because it's on a national syndicated advertised app where you can create your own online store as long as you can provide your tax information and all of these things. That's what makes it legal, which means if you order anything, any products whatsoever, the seller is accountable, right? Which means if you want to purchase these oils, you have to go through my store, which is online. That's the legality of the whole thing. That's what makes it proper, which means here on YouTube, right? I'm not depending on you guys, right? I'm not depending on you guys to purchase anything. No, I am using YouTube to promote my product, which is online in a store called Etsy.com. And over there, you have millions of people. And this is what you guys don't get, right? This is what you guys don't get. The only thing that I do at home is I prepare the product, right? I prepare the product. I do the packaging. And when I do that, I have to upload current pictures of the updated packaging of the product. Okay, for example, you have the seasonal thing going on, right? So now this is the regular, this is the regular jar, right? This is the regular jar, right? This is the regular one. Okay, regular. Seasonal now. I could go to my label producer and ask them to produce labels that look more seasonal, right? You know, that look more seasonal. And then they'll print me the seasonal, you know, labels. And then I would upload those onto my online store. Etsy.com, ETSY.com. And the store is I'm a Rasta for life. And what I've noticed is that being on YouTube doing this, it's created more traffic for me. Right? It's created more traffic, not purchases, but it's created more traffic because ones want to know that what you're saying is true, right? Okay, good. So I've had this online store a while where I have my branded oil. So it doesn't matter who wants to come with a coconut oil. That's okay because coconut oil is all over the place. But mine is coconut nutmeg oil on I'm a Rasta for that. And those are the only ingredients. Now, when I opened my online store on Etsy.com, that was around 3 years ago. But I've had this product on Facebook, coconut nutmeg oil, right? It's been on there. But I lost access to that account. But finally, Facebook has reached out to me and I'm going to gain back access to my other account. Anyway, over here where I am, which is YouTube, this is me doing this. I created I'm a Rasta for Life, the National Board of Comments, but I have to also maintain I'm a Rasta for Life because it's like a branded name. So I use it in everything I do. Good? Okay. So now, when you use YouTube, it's not because you want the people who are subscribing to your channel to order your product and to buy your product, because some of them won't. Never, ever, ever, ever will they give you that support, which is okay also. But you use YouTube to promote your product to others, right? To promote your product to other people other than the people who might watch you, hate on you, don't want you to do well or whatever. Those are not the people who you're trying to capture. The people that you're trying to capture are the business owners and the people who are in big business, right? That's my point. They're running off my mouth. There's my wonderful oil. Yeah, I should have my oil. I'm always putting up stuff. Oh, right? The whole purpose of you being on YouTube is not to have ones watch you and, whatever, criticize. The purpose is that you want someone, right? You want someone who's going to recognize your product and say, oh, what is she doing? And, let me see what she's doing, right? And you use YouTube in order to promote your product. And even though you have subscribers and people, it's not everybody gonna, buy it. But the whole idea is you use YouTube in order to grow your product. Now, as I said before, I have I have a legitimate online store, which means you don't have to listen to me. You can go on Etsy, etsy.com, and you could look for my store, which I'm going to revamp. There's only a couple of products there, but the whole thing is it's there. And you put in I'm a Rasta for Life, and you will have access to my online business. Good, good. So when we do things online over here, we do them the correct way. So I'm only emphasizing that as much as you might be watching and looking and saying this, that, and the other, I'm not really concentrating on the watchers, unless you're one of the watchers that wants to offer me a contract because you might want a sample of, handmade oils that I made and you want to see. if you could use my product, those are the people I'm trying to capture. On I'm a Rasta for Life, the National Board of Comment. So you have to be smart when it comes to promoting your product on social media, right? You don't listen to the naysayers. You have to be smart. A lot of people do things at home and they, sell at home because it's based on a quick fix. But what I am doing is I'm promoting my business. It's a business of oils, handmade oils, all purpose for the skin and hair. And its only ingredient is going to be coconut oil or castor oil blends infused with real nutmeg. So now, because it's almost a seasonal time, I ordered some other packaging, right? Oh, it's nice. Isn't that beautiful? I ordered this, right? I ordered these bottles. I just love them. I mean, I'm just like, wow, right? I said, okay, isn't that nice? Compared to this, which is good too, right? This is nice too, right? But then this now, it just looks just so. And I just put the label on, right? I just put the label on. Look, see, I put the label on, and it looks so pretty. Oh. So what I did, let me show you. I ordered these like a whole box came. You ever see the box so big? And it wasn't expensive. Let me show you the box. Let me show you the box. If you ever listen, I'm gonna open the box, we're frightened. Let me see the warning box. I said, okay, right? Okay. It was loaded to the top. Unbelievable. And if I paid 40 US dollars, somewhere between that, the other that, I said, anyway. So when I got the box and I opened it, I said, wow, let me see. It's good to create content. Sometimes, people think that you have an alternate agenda. Of course I do. It's to promote my product. See? Now, what I'm saying is you use social media for your advantage. Okay. Now, once you pour the oil in this, right? Look at the plain bottle. It's a plain look, but it's nice. It's presentable, right? You put this in it. Oh my, okay, this is where you have the liquid, right? I haven't made the coconut oil yet because I have to order the coconut oil. And, okay, right. And then you put this on it, right? That's what right, okay, good. Then you close up this part. I'm just showing you. And these bottles were not expensive. And then the cover. And it comes with everything, right? Good. Okay, good. Now, you have your labels. You have your labels. And you use your label. And you have to be careful when you place the label. Now you have to concentrate because you want it to look nice. You hear my birdie? Itty bitty, itty bitty. You don't want it to be lean. Oh, but this one looks kind of lean, but that's okay. It'll be all right. I could have raised it up a little bit higher. Okay. to drink. Voila. So all you got to do, order your labels, order the packaging. It's not expensive. You begin small and then you do big, right? And there's always the presentation. Now I could put the ingredients on the back, right? But it's not really necessary because it only includes what it said. It's nothing you have to digest, right? It's nothing that you have to digest. No. It's external. Let me see what's going on here. I saw this thingy go up. Isn't this thing wonderful that YouTube did? Where you can, I think there's a comment, but I can't see it. I'm slow. It's the live chat of messages are visible. Okay. I think because I didn't have on the live chat, but I don't see nothing. But anyway, hang on. So after you finish, you know, adding the label, you see what a big difference? A big difference. Now, if I want to do a Christmassy thing, then I'm going to ask my producer to change up the label to be more seasonal, right? Okay. And then I'm going to take a picture of the products and, post them on the online store called Etsy, ETSY.com, right? This is being sent off. Of course, I'm not going to do this on top, but I'm sending this up, right? Right? So you have the oils. Okay. Now, I ordered these two, right? Aren't they cute? This is for creams, right? Look. Wait. I think there's a seal on it. Yeah. Is there a, you know what, Loretta? I think there's a sealy. Oh, okay, because I'm weak. So you spin it off, and then you see you have your little creamy thingy here, the thing for the cream, right? And then you put the cream in here, or whatever, the cream, and then you cover that back, right? But the label now, this is the label, right? Because the handwriting is in white, you can't see nothing. So now with the label, and then I would have to make a different label, right? And the writing would have to be in black because right now you can't see anything other than, you know, you can only see that part of it. This is all in the learning process of what you're doing for your product, right? Okay, so now I know I have to use a different size label, right, for this. And this would be for the Bright Light cream, right? The Bright Life cream spot remover, right? That this would be the cream product, right? Good. So then we have this, and that. And then, I would have to, I don't know, I would have to do something. But anyway, I would have to do two of these in order to have like a nice picture thing going on and have a good scenery in the back. Or I would just highlight, these three bottles. Okay, so I just want you to see that you don't watch the naysayers, right? But if you want to do something, you just, any kind of hobby that you like to do, where you feel you could make a couple of dollars on the side, I would do it. I would do it because I mean I'm doing it. I have a legal online business. I have to produce tax documents. I can't just be home sending things out of my house. That makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense because then nobody will trust your product. If it's online, you see, I'm taking off the label, right? I'm taking off the label. And if it's a clear label, it needs to be a dark background because we see it looks better, right? So, and you have to line it up evenly as you can. I should have put on my glasses because it's as line as a bat. And you evenly apply it evenly, and you take your time because you have all day, right? You evenly apply, and you can even see if you want it higher, lower, right? And then you put on this attachment, which is your stopper, and this is where the oil squeezes out, right? Squeezes out, and then you close it, right? And then you seal it. It's wonderful. Just love this. And this is this, right? I raised it a little higher. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just absolutely beautiful? And it's just a plain bottle. Okay, so now we've got three, right? And then you take a picture, of your oils, have a little plant in the background or something, right? But you make sure that your product is. Of course, you can get it professionally done, but we're cheap. Now, if I get a contract where somebody wants to buy, the oils and stuff, they say, hey, let's do the this for you and the that for you and the this, that. I'm like, yeah. But what I'm just trying to show you that it's not the regular people, the naysayers, the haters and stuff that you're trying to attract. You're trying to attract the people who use these kind of products and might want them, the business people, right? So you got to keep that in mind. As much as you might be afraid of what you're doing socially, you cannot be. That's what keeps you from doing what you're supposed to do. Highlight your product and show what you're doing because this itself looks so beautiful. I just love it. Oh, it's just, it's original. And it shows that you are working with your brain other than being mixy. So you see how pretty that looks? And people don't like to see when you're trying to be productive, right? But again, like I said, this is all for my online business. Don't get it twisted. I'm smart. This is for my online business. Etsy.com, Etsy.com. I'm a Rasta for life on Etsy.com. And I'm trying to invent ways of improving the packaging, right? And as the season changes, this is what you do in order to attract other buyers who's on Etsy.com. You're not trying to attract YouTube watchers and because we know how that goes. But what you do is you use YouTube to promote your product. So as much as this is being sent off, it is correctly sealed. It's absolutely beautiful, right? Beautiful. And when I post this on my store, it's going to look even prettier. I have the bottles there too, but this is the new packaging, right? This is the new packaging. And isn't that pretty? And it's clear and translucent. My mother helped me with that. She's very good at what she does. And she told me what to do, and I did it, and she was right. Right? She was 100% right. Okay. So, what I'm doing over here is I'm promoting my product. And I'm promoting my product on my channel. Good. Have a drink there. And I'm trying to show you guys how to be productive and creative at the same time. This is the oil, coconut nutmeg oil, right? It's good for the nutmeg. It decreases inflammation. It's good in um, giving you comfort in areas of discomfort. It has a warming effect when you rub the areas of discomfort. Elderly people love it. During COVID, when I was not working, I was in my neighborhood where I live because, it's me wrong teams, right? So I set up, a little base on the corner, and I was, selling masks and so forth and so forth. And this elderly gentleman came to me. I think he came from Guy. I forget where he come from. Guy. That was the place there. And he asked me if I know about True Word. That was the calendar. He asked me if I have any nutmeg oil. I said nutmeg oil. He said, yeah, we use nutmeg. I said no. He said, well, you want to make some? I said, how are you make the nutmeg oil? So he told me. And then he told me what else to do, blah, blah, blah. Right? So I did. And I sold most of that when I was outside, and even my masks. That was the product that people bought the most. Because it does have, um, it has like, it doesn't have healing properties, but if my hands lay on it, it does. Let's put it like that. But it has more of a anti-inflammatory effect. And I use it myself, and it works. Also, as a massage oil, it's excellent. Right? Okay. And that's basically it. So I just wanted to show you that when you finish packaging, right, your product with just simple, easy beginning things, right? Because you might be on a budget. Let's see if I can put this. You might be on a budget, but don't rush things. Take your time and improve your product, right? Improve your product. Think of ways how to improve your product, and then get your product out there. If you want to join Etsy.com, you have to have legal information in place because it's a legal business. Good. This is not something that you're doing outside of your house or home. Let me see how my balancing skills are. No shaky hand round here. No shaky hand. Live it. it wasn't balanced properly. But anyway, just to bring a little humor. But yeah, so once you have your product and you label it with the next one, and you label it, you just see how beautiful it is. And that should encourage you. And then you can go and you can invent more different labels and stuff, right? Let me do it this way. Right? Then you can do more different labels and you get creative. You get creative, right? You get creative because now you have your product. You have your product. You're ready to highlight your product. So it's not expensive and it comes like this, the creamy thing, right? It comes like this. Okay, so now I have to measure the labels with it. This is, the jars, right? For the spot remover. But the labels are a little too big and the ink is white, which means you won't be able to read what it says. So I ordered these as well, which is good because now I can see the size. I think these are 2.1 ounces. I'm going to look in the box and see. Right? And there you have, you see that? Now you have your product. Got your product. Okay, something's in the way here. Now, sorry about that. Now you've got your product, right? And you're ready to sell. It's like, I'm going to put this one in. And then you take your picture. You take a picture of your product. It's not easy doing it, trying to look at the camera. We got that here. So something's blocking it. I'm going to put this here. I have nothing to do. I'm going to basically go now and eat my mackerel and green banana. Oh, eat my mackerel and green banana. Now that I've shown you easy it is to highlight and promote a product that you might be trying to promote. You don't be afraid, you just promote the product because it's going to help you expand with others who might want your product. Good. I hope you're inspired. I hope you're motivated. Dust, darling, I know you was one, but yeah, so this is how you create positive content, right? You create your own content and you don't watch anyone. You just continue doing what you're doing. As we can see, right, continuity is the key. And you keep doing what you're doing and you keep doing it, doing it, doing it, doing it. Just keep doing it. It's called continuity. You cannot begin something and then stop in the middle of it. You have to continue. So with YouTube, as much as you know you'll get zero support from others, you continue doing it because the people that you're trying to reach are not regular people. You're trying to reach people who might have interest in your original product. It happens all the time. You have a lot of advertisers out there, a lot of people looking at stuff. As much as they might try to take your idea on as theirs, are they able to produce the same effect as you? Are they trying, to learn how to steal your idea because they want to know how to make what you're making? Anyone can make coconut nutmeg oil. Anybody. But the thing is, do you know how to make coconut nutmeg oil? The coconut oil is already made. That's no issue. But coconut oil also changes temperature at a certain temperature. Do you know how to keep it at that oil liquidy base? And do you know that if you keep it at a colder temperature, it turns hard, which is good too. But then if you know that and you know that your customer might not know that, then the best thing for you to do in order to educate your customer is to introduce it into a jar, and you don't introduce it into a bottle. And you explain that if it remains in the jar at a certain temperature, it will get hard. But even though it's hard, you can just use it like a cream. In a liquid base, it would be more for massaging. So it's important, to know your product. And it's important, for you to be able to explain your product and the variations within your product. Again, with coconut nutmeg oil, we know the coconut oil at, a certain temperature. If it goes below a certain temperature, it will get hard. And that would not be good if you're going to place it in this. It would be proper if you put it in a jar. And then you can explain, or you can have a little instruction where you explain that if you notice in the jar the product is getting hard, it's because the temperature decreased and coconut oil will harden at a lower temperature. If you want it to remain in a liquid base, then keep it at room temperature or above. And that's how you explain that. If it's in a liquid base, then you must keep it above room temperature. Okay, so it doesn't harden. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? And you just use labels. And the bottle is glassy, but it's plastic. It's beautiful. So I'm going to order some more labels, but I'm going to try to order more seasonal, for the season. And once I order the seasonal labels and I take the pictures of all of the products, then I can revamp my online store. I'm a Rasta for Life on Etsy, etsy.com. And then you can see the products. The last one is the cream, which is the spot remover cream. So I'm going to order the labels for that. And that's called the Bright Light cream, right? That's also available on Etsy.com. But they're in these little jars with black and white covers, I think, something like that. So even though I make these products at home, which is oils, I don't sell them from my house. That makes no sense. what would be the purpose of doing that? I have an online store, Etsy.com. I'm arrested for life. And that's where my oils are. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm going to work on the oil, actual oil itself, and then I'll show you the products and how we package our oils. And then we're going to see how it looks in the jar, because right now the jar's empty, right? Beautiful. It's a beautiful bottle. I love it. I'm a Rastafari. And this is the product, right? This is the product. Absolutely beautiful. You're watching this in real life, no filter, no nothing. Isn't that gorgeous? Right? Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, this is my coconut nutmeg oil, available on Etsy.com. You could use it as a massage oil. You could use it as a massage oil. It's an all-purpose oil, and it's good for anti-inflammatory massaging into the areas. It's good for your hair and scalp. It's an external product that you use on your skin, which is the largest organ on your body. And it's good for massaging. It has a wonderful aromatic aroma of nutmeg and coconut oil. It is beautiful. And I'm proud of it. So I'm promoting my coconut nutmeg oil on this wonderful Saturday. And thank you for joining me on I'm Arrested for Life, the National Board of Commerce. Yes, it's great. I'm hungry.